My name is Clara. I'm 32, and I used to think dating apps were just noise, faces, swipes, and small talk that led nowhere. After my last breakup, I promised myself I was done. But loneliness has a quiet way of talking to you at night when the world goes still. So one evening, glass of wine in hand, I downloaded an app I'd sworn I'd never use again. I wasn't looking for love, just someone to talk to. I scrolled through the usual gym selfies, forced smiles, I love adventure bios, until I stopped. Her name was Maya. Her profile was simple, no filters, just a photo of her sitting on a balcony at sunset, laughing at something off camera. Her bio read, "I like honest people, strong coffee, and women who think too much." I smiled. That last line felt like it was written for me. I hesitated before sending a message. Finally, I typed, "So what do you think too much about?" She replied 3 minutes later. Mostly about whether I should trust people who open with deep questions. And that was it, the spark. We started talking every night. At first, it was about random things, music, movies, travel dreams. Then it got deeper. Fears, past loves, the ache of growing older but still wanting to feel new. Her messages had this rhythm, confident but kind, teasing but real. I found myself smiling at my phone, waiting for that little notification like it was oxygen. Days turned into weeks. We began sending voice notes, her tone low, a little raspy, like a song played too softly. She said she was 34, worked as a designer, lived across the city. Her voice carried warmth that text couldn't. Then one evening she wrote, "You know what's funny? I feel like I already know the sound of your silence." That message hit me somewhere I didn't expect. I typed for a while, then deleted everything, finally replying, "Then maybe it's time you heard it in person." She sent a smiley and one line that made my heart race. "Tomorrow, 6 p.m., the café by the river?" I read it twice before answering yes. And suddenly, everything felt alive again. Like that moment before rain when the air hums with possibility. That night, I barely slept. I kept imagining her voice, her laughter, the way it might feel to finally see her eyes not through a screen but across a table. Tomorrow wasn't just another day. It felt like the start of something I'd stopped believing in, a beginning. I arrived early. The café by the river was quiet, small lights reflected in the water, couples talking softly over steaming cups. I sat by the window, trying not to check my phone, even though I did, twice. Then I saw her. Maya walked in wearing a dark coat, her hair pulled back loosely, eyes scanning the room until they found mine. She smiled, the same one from her profile, real and unfiltered. And just like that, every nervous thought dissolved. "Clara?" she asked, stopping by my table. I nodded, my voice barely steady. "You look even more like you than I imagined." She laughed, that same warm sound I'd replayed in my head 100 times. "So do you," she said, "though I pictured you taller." We both laughed, the tension melting instantly. Conversation flowed like it had online, only now it felt deeper, richer. Her eyes held mine easily. Her hands moved when she spoke, graceful and expressive. She told me she almost canceled. I was scared it wouldn't feel the same. "It doesn't," I said softly. "It feels better." We talked for hours, about work, travel, childhood dreams. Outside, the city lights shimmered and rain began to fall. She reached for my cup, brushing my fingers. A quiet pause filled the air, but it wasn't awkward. It was charged, delicate, and alive. "Can I tell you something?" she asked. I nodded. "I didn't expect to feel this seen," she said. "It's strange, isn't it? Meeting someone and realizing they already live in your thoughts. I smiled. Maybe that's what happens when something's meant to happen. We stayed until closing. When we finally stepped outside, the rain had softened into mist. We walked along the river, side by side, close but not touching. Not yet. Then she stopped, looked at me, and whispered, "Can I?" I nodded. The kiss was quiet, soft, and real, like everything we'd been waiting for had been leading here. No fireworks, no music, just rain, heartbeat, and warmth. When we pulled apart, she smiled. "So, second date?" I laughed, wiping rain from my face. "Text me, but maybe this time, don't overthink it." And she didn't. She just reached for my hand and didn't let go.